Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you. It's for Friday, the 7th of April, the 11th day of Nissan. Okay, I want you to be an expert on Shabbos HaGadol, which happens this Shabbos. I want you to know all about it. This is called the Great Shabbos. Let's talk about how it got that name. One of the great things that happened on this day long, long ago was when the Jews were leaving Egypt. It was on the 10th of Nisan that year, and the Jews were told, it was Shabbos, and the Jews were told to take a sheep, and the sheep was the symbol of the god of the Egyptians, and they were told to take it and tie it to their bedposts and have it, and that was in preparation for slaughtering it on the day that they would depart Mitzrayim. And look, that was a very brave moment because they were going to take that sheep, the god of the Egyptians, they were going to kill it, they were going to roast it and have its smell waft over all over Egypt, and they were also going to take its blood and smear it on their doorposts. Quite a brave thing to do. And on the day that the Jews were willing to do that, that was the day that they really exhibited their greatness, because in defiance of the rulership that had oppressed them for 210 years, they stood up to it and said, and we're throwing off your God itself. That was the great Shabbos that they did that. It was their giant step in saying, we're ready to do this. And God was looking for that, making certain that the Jews would be able to take that great step. Later, when they did smear that blood on their doorposts, it wasn't like God needed a signal of, oh, there's a Jewish house, I could tell because there's blood on it. God, of course, knows every house that's Jewish. But the thing is, those are the houses that showed that they had the bravery to step up to God's plan. Hence, it was the beginning of the greatness, and it's the beginning, and we call it the Shabbos HaGadol, the Great Shabbos. Also, a special Haftorah will be read on this Shabbos, which talks about the Yom HaGadol v'Hanorah, the great awesome day when we will be finally redeemed, not from Egypt, but from our diaspora, and be taken back to Israel. And when we read that great Haftorah on the Shabbos before Pesach, we call it the Shabbos of the Haggadah, the Great Shabbos, when we have that special Haftorah. So a special Haftorah will be read on this Shabbos. A special Torah will not be taken out. You know, in the other four special weeks that led up to, well, they were even around Purim time and Pesach, the Arba Parshios, as they're called, they had a special Torah taken out with a special Torah reading. Here, on this Shabbos Haggadah, we'll just have a special Haftorah read, and that will be it. Also, there's a custom to read the chunk of the Haggadah on the afternoon of Shabbos Haggadah, and that would be from Avadim Hayinu, basically where we start telling the story, until after the paragraph of Dayenu. You all know that part with the song. After the paragraph after that, that's the piece that you read. It's called Magid in the Haggadah, and we do it on Shabbos afternoon of Shabbos Haggadah. No kidding around. This is going to sound like a joke, but some people say that the name actually is very strongly related because it's the Shabbos Haggadah. Get it? Very close to the name of Shabbos Haggadah. I didn't make that up. That's written in Sfarim, in Holy Jewish books, as another one of the many things that led to this name of Shabbos HaGadol. Okay, also the rabbi makes a big speech. In it, he'll be outlining a lot of the things you need to know for Pesach. Some rabbis will be telling you laws of Pesach. Some rabbis will be telling you the philosophy behind what we do on Pesach and explaining the Seder, etc. But it is the day of the big drasha, and serious, no kidding around also. That's another reason for the great name Shabbos HaGadol. It's the day of the big rabbi speech. The people often were very scattered and they didn't have time to listen to long explanations, but on the Shabbos, right before Pesach, they heard the big Shabbos HaGadol drasha, the great big speech of the rabbi before Pesach. So there you have it. That's some of why this Shabbos is referred to by that special name and some of the special things that happened on the Great Shabbos. So have a great Shabbos on the Great Shabbos and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.